So, I haven't made a video in a while. It has been a scary idea to get myself doing this again, because it requires being so vulnerable. But it feels like a right thing to do, a good thing to do. Like I've said in past videos, I think it's important to give people an opportunity to see inside what it's like to have mental illness. Now I have a whole bunch of updates popping up on my computer. There. So, I've been struggling lately. We lost someone that I was really close to, love very much. So that's been hard. And I've been working with a new therapist, actually a psychotherapist, which I've never done before. And I like it a lot. She has different insights and different ways of working with me. The hard part about doing this work is that it brings things to the surface, and you can't just bring it to the surface and then be like, okay, I'm going to set that aside and get about my daily life. It's just there, at least for me, which means that all day, every day takes extra effort to be aware, be mindful that those feelings are at the surface, and that I'm delving into all of that. I'm delving into what my brain does and how my mind works and why I can't stand when updates pop up on my computer. So, can you tell I'm not very focused? Also, it's 1:30 in the morning. But I felt like this was the time to do this. So I've been struggling. This doctor, honestly, I can't remember if I've been seeing her since I started doing these or what, because timelines get wonky. I don't know if that's just the way my brain works or if that's a symptom. And that's one of the hard things. So she told me not to focus too much on diagnoses, on names of things and all of that, but she mentioned borderline personality disorder, bipolar 2 disorder, depression. I can't have those in my head and not look into them. And honestly, the more knowledge I have, I think only the better I can do. But it's like climbing a mountain. Not that I've ever done anything like that, but it's just this ongoing trek. When it feels like, oh man, yeah, I'm doing so well. I don't have any depressive episodes lately. I haven't been suicidal in a while. I'm more focused and everything, it'll hit me again even harder, and I have to let it be there and get through it and recognize it and learn. So I've been researching borderline personality disorder. Honestly, I cannot remember if I've mentioned this in past videos or what, but I've been watching things on YouTube, doctors talking about it, that kind of stuff. Some of it, I don't know that it did me any good, because it was very focused on having a relationship with someone who has borderline personality disorder, how to survive being involved with someone who has borderline personality disorder. Am I horrible to have a relationship with? Is that what that means? And what does it mean if I'm constantly thinking, oh, is this a symptom? Am I reacting this way right now because of one of these mental illnesses, or is this me? How much of me is just a symptom of a mental illness? How much of me is me? I mean, if my personality is disordered, so it's on my mind a lot. Borderline personality disorder. These people get attached to others very quickly, terrified of abandonment. That definitely is a box that I ticked. Terrified of abandonment. Get close to people quickly. And then disillusioned quickly with people. Emotions are stronger. What did one video say? He said, imagine when you fall in love, what that feels like, how big that feeling is. Now imagine that at least 3 times bigger. And that's what someone with BPD experiences. Every emotion is bigger. He showed this graph. Like the normal person's like this throughout the days. And then a person with BPD is like this throughout the days. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's what it's like. Isn't everyone like that? I didn't know. I mean, how do you know? If nobody's inside me, we all just assume that we all feel the same, right? So how would I have known that everyone doesn't go through that? And now here I am, and every time I'm having something like going out for drinks with a bunch of people tonight, great fun and everything, right? So many times during the evening, I had an urge to run away because I didn't fit, because I didn't know where I belonged, because I didn't want to not be liked, because I was overwhelmed, just sensory overload, emotional overload, and everything in me just wanted to just bolt out of there. And then suddenly, instead of just working through that or giving into it, I'm thinking, is this a symptom? What does it mean? Where does it come from? And then I'm lost in my head trying to figure these things out. It's exhausting. It's really exhausting. And I suddenly feel like I have to warn anyone in my life that I'm different. Hey, we've known each other for years, but turns out I've always thought that you experience the world I do, same way I do, and no, my emotions are gigantic, which I've always known. I just didn't. It's one thing to know, it's another thing to really get it. Usually I do these videos and I come to some kernel of truth or wisdom, and then I feel catharsis. It's better. But honestly, right now, just release. And I'm working very hard to keep a level perspective and not to feel sorry for myself. Because what good is that going to do? And I can't tell you how many times today I thought to myself, I'm all wrong. Wouldn't it be better if I just gave in? That's one of the secrets. When you're suffering inside because your mind is wreaking havoc on you, it's not this difficult thing to think, oh, well, if I just ended everything, then it would be better. Actually, there's something seductive about it. It's right there, tempting you and saying, just give into it. Just give into it. Go deeper into that horrible deep place. Let go. Go deeper into it. And then you will have peace when you accept that you shouldn't be here, that you're wrong for this world. And I know that I'll never do that, even though sometimes my brain likes to tell me that I will. And my brain likes to tell me that it's the best answer. But that's what my brain likes to tell me. When I relax and I focus and I center myself, and I find the core of me and I go there, that's when I know that I'm wired differently. Sometimes it's really painful. But there are people out there who will benefit from me just being me, my genuine self, even if that self includes crazy wiring. And that I can have a beautiful life. So, take on the horrible feelings, the horrible thoughts, the desperate need to get away from everyone, or just scream out, "Can't you see that I'm so barely holding it together right now?" They can't tell, because I'm holding it together and I'm doing my stuff. So, all that does not mean that I don't get an awesome life sort of around it. I guess that's the best kernel of truth or wisdom or whatever that I'm going to come up with tonight. Take it for what it is. This is my human experience.